Hello everyone. I am Ms.Ritika Guliani, Assistant Professor of Army Institute of Education. Today we'll start with our first class of Common Interest Test, which is conducted by GGSIP University, and it is conducted for B.Ed and B.Ed Special Education both. So today I'm taking a common topic from mental ability and reasoning, that is verbal coding and decoding. So let me take you through what exactly is coding and decoding, and we'll be doing few questions afterwards. Let's move forward. So what is coding? Coding is basically encoding alphabets or digits are replaced by another alphabet or number. So actually what happens in coding or decoding is of course, there are some digits and alphabets we are talking about. So they are being replaced by another alphabet or numbers to make a meaning out of them. Or it's kind of, again, you are giving them a code, right? So now in decoding, it says in decoding, we need to rearrange the words into meaningful words or order, which in sense convert decoding into coding. So even if you are decoding something, you are actually decoding it into some meaningful words or a meaningful order to understand the message better, right? So this is what is coding and decoding is. Moving forward to what we exactly need to keep in mind while we do these questions, because see, they are really important questions and there are few things which need to be taken care of. So let us move forward with that. What are these? Let's see. First, observe alphabets or numbers given in the quote keenly. So your the most prior point is to actually observe what alphabets or numbers are given in the code, right? Now, what do we have to find there while observing? We need to find the sequence it follows, whether it is ascending or descending or any other kind of sequence, maybe skipping 1, skipping 2, skipping 3, or likewise. Third, you need to detect the rule in which the alphabet numbers follows or word follow. Means that's what I just said. Is it -2, -4, minus, or maybe +1, +2, +4, like this. And fourth is fill the appropriate letter, number, word in the blank given. Okay. In the questions, like in questions on codes, a word or a basic word is coded in a particular way, and the candidates are asked to code other words in the same way. Now, what they do is they basically give you an example, right? They basically give you an example of, for example, they give you tiger is coded as ger. So then they ask you, what do you think the lion is coded as? And they may give you 3-4 options, and you have to decode it by using these points which we just discussed. And then you have to reach your right answer and mark the same, right? Now, coding and decoding tests are set up to judge the candidate's ability to decipher the rule that has been followed to code a particular word message and break the code to understand the message better, right? So coding, decoding, why is it done? To actually understand if the candidate is having that kind of a mental ability where he can decode or code the messages and find a meaning or give a meaning to it, right? Or he can comprehend it to the actual meaning. Okay, let's move forward. I'll be taking you through some of the examples. Okay, there is one important thing here. So when you actually do any of the questions regarding the decoding and coding, and there are, of course, alphabets and numbers involved, what we use here is something like we use a table here we keep it in mind, which looks something like this. I'll just show you. Yes. So what we do, the first thing if we are attempting a question paper and 2-3 questions are there which belong to this category. So my suggestion is that what you can do is you can quickly make a table like this, wherein you give the numbers to each of the letters of the alphabets. So of course, now you know that there are 26 letters, right? By giving them the numbers. And you can also do one thing. You can write them in this order so that you know that, okay, sometimes the questions are such that you need to divide the letters into half and half and then see where it lands. Okay, so of course we know 26 half is 13. So that would be that we land at M. If we are talking about the number 13, we land at letter M. Okay, so these are few things to be kept in mind. You can always, if not like this, you can just write the numbers or the letters in just one line and give them the numbers. It will make your work easy. And you will realize when we do the questions that how exactly does it make your work easy. Okay, so let me take you through the questions now. The first question is here. Understand it carefully. The question says, if, just a second. If education is written as what? Like this, which is 5, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 0, 9, 1, 5, 1, 4. Well, if you see, the numbers are more than the letters, but how is it possible? We'll just see. Okay. Then how is cat written? Okay. The first thing which I told you is to make a table somewhere. It becomes really easy when you use this table. Now, what you can realize here is E. E is assigned to which number? 5. And this is where it goes. The number is 5, right? And that's the first number. And the actual, I would say the actual number given to the actual letter, right? 5, if you talk about which letter comes at the 5th position in the letters, that is 5, E, right? Again now, see D. D, 4. The second number here is 4. U, find U here, 21. Okay, so 21. And what I can see here is 21 is written. Okay, C, 3. Okay. Now, even when I do these 4, what I can do to shorten the trick is I realize that the word given to me is it's having so many letters, and the word I have to decode is just, or code again, is just a small letter word. Still, now I can realize the pattern that it's just the actual number which is given, like if in the letter, the position of the letter in the alphabets, if it's 6, so the actual number is used that way. So now if I start decoding, for example, here only I want to take less time. What I do is I say, okay, C, 3. Is there any 3? Yes, 1, 2, 3. The first one is automatically cut. A is 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, still this is in T. T is where can you see T? It is here, 2020. Do I have a 2020? Yes. So I think I'll just to shorten my calculation, what I'll do is I'll mark it this as my right answer. Okay. Even if you want to recheck, you can just go through all of it, see this, go through it, and you will find that every number, like every digit is given its actual number, and then we can code the cat. Okay. Moving forward. The second question is, in a code, language queen is written as OVCFL. Then king is written as. Now we have to see that how the queen is written, in what kind of a pattern, through our observations, and then we'll find how we can write king. Okay, so the pattern here I can see is, if I see Q, let me see Q, and the first word which denotes Q is O. So O here, just a second, yes. O here is like, I can say -2. I can just say that Q here is like -2 because O is just 2 steps before Q. So -2. U, now see U has been denoted with using V. V. Okay, I see there is a +1. It's going ahead. Okay, the code I put here is now +1. This is just the rough work for myself. C, oh sorry, E. E has been, what it has been assigned as C. Okay, this E is assigned as, okay, again it's -2 because it's 2 steps before E. See, as you can see, so -2. This E is going like +1. So I think the pattern is -2 +1. Let's just do complete it and then see. Okay. Let's see the N. N, L. Where is N? And what I'm doing is, I think I'm going back. Yes. So again, -2. So the pattern followed here is -2 +1, -2 +1, -2. Now for this also we need to follow the same. Now for king, K. K -2 is I. Oh, I think we got it in the first go. So we really don't need to go further. If we need to save our time, this is the right answer. But still, if you want to check it, let's do the full thing. Now I have to go +1, J, right here. N, I have to go -2. If I go -2, it's L, it's here. G, I have to go +1, G, H. I'm here. Okay. So this is how we have completed the sequence and we have reached a right answer. Let's move further. I'll just clear. Okay. The next question is, if door is equal to 25, lower is equal to 37, tower is equal to 18, then over is, okay. So it's a bit confusing question, but let's do it. I'll do it for you so that you understand that these kind of questions or these kind of pattern of question can also be there. Now what we have to do here is, if we see D, 4, okay, 4, O is 50, again O is 15, and R is 18. Okay, of course, now these numbers are there. What do? What we can do is we can try and add them. And see, we have to find out the pattern. What I can do is I'll just see, I'll add them. I'll add these digits. Now, what does it become? 10, 20, 30, 38, 43. 43 plus 9 becomes 6, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So 50, it becomes 52. Just a second. Just a second. Okay. I think I've stopped sharing. I'll share once again. I'm so sorry. Yes. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes. My mistake. I would just rectify it once again. Door. The numbers which we came were 4, 15 plus 15, 15 plus 15 plus what was for R? 19. So let's just see how, what is it? 30, 49, 50, 51, 52, and Okay. Yes, it's 18. My mistake. It's 18. So now it comes to be 30, 48, 50, 51, 52. So now you say 52. If you reverse 52, it's 25. Now, if you talk about the word lower, what happens here? Again, if you add the digits, right? If you actually see the positions of the letters in this box and you add the digits, reverse it, it's 37. In the word tower, again, you can see the same pattern. And when you see that in all these three examples, if there is a same pattern like this, so of course, in the fourth one also, the pattern would be same. Now, if you talk about over, now let's see. We have to find for this 15. V is what? 22. E is 5. R is 18. This comes out to be equals to be 60. And if you reverse it, it is 0, 6. Is there an answer here? Is there any, can you see here? Yes. So this is the answer to this question. Okay. Let's move forward. So these kind of questions can also be a part of your question paper. Now the fourth question is, suppose that a particular word tiger is written as QDFHS, right? Find out how fish will be written in the same code. It's again a bit tricky question. Now, if you see decoding and coding, it doesn't only mean that you have to play with numbers and just the letters. You have to put a little bit more sense. Now, if I start seeing this T and Q, okay, T is somewhere here. And then if I talk about, just a second, Q, then it's here. Maybe it goes 1, 2, 3, minus 3. I, D, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 5. GF, what is it? Minus 1, okay. And then we have E into, well, that's H, then it goes 1, 2, 3, plus 3, okay. And R, S, that is, if you see, plus 1. I don't see any kind of pattern here, right? There is no such kind of pattern. What I would do is, I'll see if I reverse it. If I reverse this tiger, will I see certain kind of a pattern here? Let's see. If I reverse it, first thing, it becomes R, E, G, I, T. So this is how it becomes. And if I now decode it, what it becomes? R, Q, just minus 1, E, D, minus 1, G, F, minus 1. So I think there is a pattern here about the letters which are there are just, if you decode them, they are just one less than their selves. That is one before themselves. Okay. Now, similarly, if I see for fish, let me reverse the word H, S, I, F. Now, H minus 1, G. Okay. G is in every question. Now S minus 1, R. Okay. Now I'm just left with 2. I is H. Okay, so now if I go H and E. So the right answer is the second one here. So this is how you can have the question. This is how the questions can in the question paper can look. Okay, so you can follow, you can keep these tricks in your mind. Going further, I just clear all. Okay, now let's see this question. If Mender is coded as 4515459, then mathematics is coded as what? Now, what they have done here is the pattern which they have followed here is if you see M and you see the number here 13, I think if you add 13, it becomes 4. So first I could just get to the M. I can clear that, okay, M is coded here as 4. So if my pattern is right or not, how will I find it? If I see the others one, which other letters, if they are coded in the same way or not. Okay, E, actual 5, A, 1, N, 14, 1 plus 4, 5. Nice. Okay. D here is 4, E, 5, R is 18, 1 plus 8, 9. So I think this is the sequence which they are following. So now if we start decoding mathematics in the similar manner, we will find that the right answer is the second one here. How? Okay, you will, when you start decoding it, of course, you will find one of the things in S. What? That S is 19. So if you add the digit 19, 1 plus digits of 19, 9, it becomes what? 10. So you will say, ma'am, 10 to hai nahi last way. So what can be done? Again add it. So how? 1 plus 0 is 1. So here, this is 1 here in the end, right? So when you decode that, when you code that, again, you will find that the answer is 2. Moving further. The next question is, using a particular code of numbers and letters, okay, 134 stands for good and tasty, 478 stands for see good pictures, and 729 stands for pictures are faint. Which of the following digits are used to code C? As per what you can see, a pattern here is, if you talk about the first two ones, C, first thing is C comes in the second line, in the second one, 478. Now, is there anything common here in the first and second? Good. And is there any number common here? 4. So what we'll do is, let's cut 4 for good. Okay. So good is done. Any other common here? Picture. Okay. You can see that picture is common in the second and the third. And is there any number common in second and third? Yes. 7 and 7. So picture is also done. So now what we have to code is, what we have to find, C is coded as, which number is left here? 8. So the answer here is 8. Okay. So you try and cut the numbers which are same for used, like for the same words and the same numbers are used. Okay. So this is how you cut them. Moving forward. Okay. Taking a particular code, preach is coded as this. Rose is written as this. Chair is encrypted as this. Then how will you write search? What here also you can find certain patterns, right? What? If you see P, is there a P here? No, leave it. R, is there a R here? Yes. Number common for R could be second, first, 6. R, here is R, and here is also, like, we need to see R, 6. Yes. So you can see how 6 is related to R in each of the words. So if we have R here, okay, now we know we can give 6 to this. Is there any 6 in this given? Okay, as per me, after doing this much, I can say that this is the answer, but let's move forward and see if we are right or not. Okay, moving further, E. Is there a E here? Yes, for E, the number used here is 1. The number you used here at the end is again 1. Good. Okay. And is there any R here? No. So I think R could be well related to what? Number 1. Okay, is there a, sorry, E. Is there a E here? 1. Yes, good. Right, next, A. A is given 4. Any A here? Any A here? Yes, 4. So again, A can be related to 4. 4. So I think by this time, you're clear that the answer for sure is the second one. Okay, moving further. If a certain language, Madras, is coded as NBESBT, then how is Bombay coded in that language? Now let's see how we can break this. In this, there is a simple pattern which I can see. What I can see is MN. MN is like +1. A here, B here. Again, if you see the chart below, it's again +1. D here, E here, sorry, it's again +1. R, S, if you see the chart, again +1. So I think it's very simple. The pattern followed is +1. So let's start coding this. B, if you say +1, B is +1 is C. Yeah, so every option starts with C. Okay, so we cannot cut here any O. +1 is P. Okay, so at least we can cut one option from here, which is not going to be in the right answer. M, of course, M +1 is N. So now we have 2 to check. R, S. No, sorry. B, again, if we check is C. Okay, A, again we check is B. So now in the last only we were left. Let's see if we can get the right answer. Y, and the answer is here is Z. So the correct option is this one. Okay, just +1 is the basic coding done here, which we can decode and again code the word Bombay. Let's move further. Okay, so this is the last question which I want you to go through. In a certain language, champion is coded as HCMAIPNO. How is negative coded in that language? Now here I see a very simple pattern. If you just see and you can just like by a certain, like if you see it very carefully, you can see what they have done is they have swapped 2 letters. CH, HC, AM, MA, IPI, IP, ON, and O. So if we start swapping here, E, N, here, A, G. I think I've broken, like I've just got the answer here only by doing this much only. So the correct answer is the first option. So see, these are certain kind of examples here which I have given you, and you'll find certain kind of patterns when you do questions on coding and decoding. And I'll be sharing, of course, I'll be sharing more questions in future. So I would request you to go through this once more so that you have better understanding. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I'll just stop the recording.